Today's mission is fueled by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, viewers like you, the National Endowment for Children's Educational Television, and
Delta Airlines. Because learning about geography is a great way for kids to learn about each other, no matter where they hang their hats. Delta Airlines, on top of the world.
Those Acme Time pilots always seem cheerful. Maybe it's because their uniforms are so comfortable. Perhaps I can change that. I know. Soon the history of clothing will be changed forever. Thanks to me. Dr. Beljar, report.
Eureka, Carmen! I've perfected the bionic toenail!
Just silent, Beljar. I'm sending you through the time port to India in the year 800. There's something very special I want you to steal.
Excellent! I can reboot my evil processor.
Good. The Sympho beam will give you all the details. Now get going.
Time Pilots. Dr. Beljar just stole something from the past. You've got 28 minutes to get it back, or history will change forever. Initiate chrono skimmer launch sequence. Boot up the chrono computer. Power up the engines. Extend the temporal sequencer. Now, get going!
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. Chrono skimmer, engines hot, bio-villains, evil plot. Our brave squadron leader will help us defeat her and bring back the loot to its rightful place in time. Tell me where, in time, is Carmen Sandiego. Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where, in time, is Carmen Sandiego. We're on the case and we're chasing her through history.
And here's the Time Pilot Squadron leader, Kevin Shinnick.
Welcome aboard, everybody. I want you to hang on tight because we've got a very big mission, but very little time. So let's meet today's time pilots, starting with Michael Gimignani. Michael, come on, pal. Good to see you. And Jordi Velasquez. Jordi, welcome to the squadron, buddy. Good to see you. And Vinod Karup. Vinod, thanks for your help on this mission, pal. All right, time pilots, just so you know, we depend on fact fuel to power the chrono skimmer, and you guys will be generating that fuel with your answers, okay? So, each of you is equipped with 100 power points. Let's check in with the chrono skimmer engine crew. All right, they look ready and raring to go. So, let's begin our pursuit of Dr. Beljar. Chief, what's our mission profile?
Squadron, your time target is the year 800. Destination, India. Before fibers can be woven into cloth, they must first be twisted together into thread. Now, for centuries, people did this by hand, gathering the thread onto a stick called a spindle. But in India, they invented a simple machine that produced better thread faster by gathering the thread onto a rotating spindle. This marked the first important step in automating the production of cloth. Or so history told us, until now, when Dr. Beljar went back in time and sped off with the speedier spindles.
Thanks, Chief. Time pilots, for 10 power points, what did Dr. Beljar steal? Was it the spinning wheel, the sewing machine, or the rotisserie? Let's remember the clues we just heard. Used in India around the year 800, gathers thread onto rotating spindle, and was the first important step in automating cloth production. All right, lock onto an answer as soon as you can there, guys. We have one, everybody choose one. All righty. Michael Powell, what'd you say?
The spinning wheel.
The spinning wheel. Jordi?
Spinning wheel.
Same thing. And Vinod?
Spinning wheel.
Correct answer is the spinning wheel. Very good. 10 points for everybody. Time pilots, we know what Dr. Beljar stole. If one of you can retrieve the stolen loot and capture Carmen Sandiego, you can win a complete multimedia computer system. So, Let's go get it back, shall we? Engine room, let's warp to the time of the crime. Okay, pilots, we made it back to the time of the year 800. But so far, I think we're moving along and... Oh, no, wait. All right, that last warp depleted our fact fuel. We need to refuel with a data boost. Time pilots, I'll name a historical event. Your job, buzz in and tell me whether that event took place in the 800s or the 1800s, all right? If you're right, you get 5 power points. If you're wrong, you lose 5. Here we go. Buddhist monk introduces tea to Japan. Yes, Michael.
800s.
Correct, 805. Beethoven becomes totally deaf. Yes, Vinod.
1800s.
Correct, that happened around 1819, but he went on to compose his famous Ninth Symphony and other great works despite his deafness. Women's trousers called bloomers introduced. Yes, Jordy.
1800s.
Correct, 1850. Bloomers weren't revealing, but were still considered shocking at that time. Iceland settled by Norse people in the Viking Age.
800.
Yes, Vinod.
800.
Correct. Britain's Queen Victoria begins 63-year reign. Yes,
1800s.
Michael. Correct. 1837. Very good, time pilots. All right. We have replenished our fact fuel. And just a reminder, all our fact fuel is verified by Encyclopedia Britannica. Now let's continue our mission and get back the spinning wheel, all right? So now... Hey, the clue finder's locked onto some time turbulence. Somewhere in the future, I'll bring them on board and see if they can help us, all right?
You uncouth savages! You haven't heard the last of James Hargraves.
What's going on, Mr. Hargraves?
My neighbors just gutted my house and attacked my Jenny.
Oh, gosh, that's terrible. Will she be okay?
I'm afraid not, but I'll show them. I shall build another Jenny, perhaps 2.
Wait a minute, you're gonna build another person?
Well, a Jenny's not a person. It's the name I've given my yarn spinning device, the Spinning Jenny. That's why my neighbors are so upset.
Wait, your neighbors destroyed your house because of some yarn?
Oh, yes, of course. You see, my machine produces yarn much faster than yarn spun by hand. My neighbors are hand spinners, and they're afraid that my machine will replace them. Why, they're almost as bad as those unruly upstarts in the American colonies who are giving King George III such a terrible time.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm off to Nottingham to build more Jennies and open a cotton mill of my own. But first, I must go back and rescue my Petunia from that unruly mob.
Is Petunia a name of one of your other inventions?
No, she's my goldfish. Away from that bull, you louts!
All right, time pilots. Tell me where in time is Dr. Belljar? Tell me the year. Is it 1689, 1768, or 1832? Remembering the clues we just heard, James Hargraves' spinning jenny speeds up yarn production. America is a British colony, and reign of King George III. All right, lock on to an answer as soon as you can. Okay, good group. Michael Powell, what'd you say?
1768.
Okay, Jordy?
1768.
Very good, and Vinod?
1768.
Correct answer is 1768. 10 points for all you guys. And pilots, the spinning jenny was patented in 1770 and marked another step forward for clothing production. But unless we get back the spinning wheel, who knows what we'll be wearing by the end of the show. So let's warp to 1768.
Catch me if you can, time pilots.
All right, pilots, we've made it to 1768, but Dr. Belljar has zapped our fact fuel. It's time for another data boost. I'll give a name, your job, buzz in and tell me whether I've named a real person or a fictional character, all right? If you're right, you get 5 power points. If you're wrong, you lose 5. Remember, is it a real person or a fictional character? Julius Caesar.
Real person.
Wait till I call you, okay, Michael? But that is correct, and you buzzed in correctly. All right, Nancy Drew. Yes, Michael.
Fictional character.
Correct. Nancy Drew's fictional character. Jack the Ripper. Vinod.
Fictional character. No, real person.
Actually, you said fictional character first, and that's incorrect. He was a real person. He terrorized London in 1888, and his case is still unsolved. How about Walt Disney? Yes, Jordy.
Real person.
Correct. Victor Frankenstein. Yes, Michael.
Fictional character.
Correct. He's the man who creates the monster in Mary Shelley's famous book. All right. Great job, Time Pilots. We've replenished our fact fuel, and we're ready for time travel. Good job, guys. The question remains, where in time has Dr. Beljar taken the spinning wheel? So if we can... Wait a second. What's happening?
Feel like you're spinning your wheels, Time Pilots? Well, I've got the spinning wheel, and you'll never get it back. I'm hiding in a store called Bon Marché in a country led by Napoleon III. Bon Marché means good bargain, which is funny. It's one of the first stores where customers don't bargain over price. Instead, each item has a price tag. Today, Bon Marché sells just clothing and fabrics, but it will expand to many departments in the coming years. In fact, some people call it a first department store. I'm thinking of starting a department store of my own. Gifts for the criminally gifted.
All right, Time Pilots. Where in time is Dr. Beljar? Name the country and the decade. Is it Switzerland in the 1750s, Portugal in the 1790s, or France in the 1850s? Remembering the clues we just heard, country led by Napoleon III, Bon Marché, the first department store, and one of the first stores to set fixed prices. We all have an answer. Very good. Michael Powell, what'd you say?
France in the 1850s.
All right, Jordy?
France in the 1850s.
Okay, Vinod?
France in the 1850s.
The correct answer is France in the 1850s. 10 points for all you guys. Very good. Pilots' early department stores sold the clothing and fabric that could now be produced more easily. But you may never have a mall to hang out in again if we don't get back that loot. Engine crew, let's warp to the 1850s. All right, pilots, we followed Dr. Beljar to the 1850s, but he's on to us because he's about to do some globe hopping. It's time for global pursuit. Grab your controls and watch the globe on your screen and buzz in when you think you know the right answer. You get 5 points if you're right. If you're wrong, you lose 5, okay? Remember, we're in the 1850s. Beljar's in the city where Isaac Merritt Singer builds an... Yes, Michael.
Boston.
Correct. Now he's dashed to the city where Levi Strauss makes the first... Yes, Vinod.
San Francisco.
Correct. He's in a state where seamstresses protest their... Yes, Michael.
New York.
Correct. He skipped to the European city where the... Vinod.
Stockholm.
Actually, it's London. The question was he skipped to the European city where the bowler hat is being introduced. He's in New York town where feminists... Yes, Jordy.
Seneca Falls.
Correct, Seneca Falls. All right, pilots. Well done, but you know what? Beljar just skipped out of Seneca Falls just before we got there. And now, we're out of clues. Time is running out, and we're out of clues, and the situation's desperate. You know, Chief, we need to contact Omnitia.
I don't know if you'll have enough power, Kevin. Is the situation critical?
Chief, we've got to risk it.
All right. I'll input the enabling codes.
Pilots, it's a year when Kevlar fiber makes life-saving news. Kevlar was invented by the DuPont company. They knew it was very strong, but years passed before anyone thought of using it for bulletproof clothing. But this year, a policeman survives a shooting because he was wearing a Kevlar vest. And now President Ford, after 2 recent assassination attempts, wears a Kevlar coat. Soon the miracle fiber will be sewn into protective umbrellas, suits, helmets, and more.
All right, pilots, you heard the clues from Omnitia. Tell me, for 10 PowerPoints, tell me the year in which Dr. Beljar is hiding. Is it 1955, 1965, or 1975? Remembering the clues we just heard, Kevlar vest saves police officer's life for the first time, and President Ford in office, 2 recent assassination attempts. All right, Michael, buddy, what'd you say?
1975.
Okay, Jordy?
1965.
All right, and Vinod?
1965.
Okay, correct answer is 1975. 10 points for Michael. All right, pilots, cloth isn't just for fashion anymore. Kevlar fiber is stopping bullets and saving lives. All right, pilots, we've got to make one final leap forward in time, and that means an ultimate data boost. All right, guys, in an ultimate data boost, each correct answer gets you 10 power points. But if you're wrong, you lose 10 power points, all right? So far at this point, Michael has 175 power points, Jordy 145, and Vinod 135. This is a good point for anybody, Vinod, Jordy, to try and catch up on those points to see which two pilots go on to complete this mission, okay? So, I'll give you a word, your job, buzz in and tell me whether I've named a country or an article of clothing. Each correct answer gets you 10 power points, but again, if you're wrong, you lose 10 power points. Here we go. Bhutan. Yes, Michael.
Country.
Correct. Jodhpur.
Country.
Vinod. Incorrect. It's clothing. It's a type of pants used for horseback riding. All right. Canada. Yes, Jordy.
Country.
Correct. Fedora. Michael.
Clothing.
Correct. A fedora is a type of soft felt hat. Andorra. Michael.
Country.
Correct. Turtleneck. Michael.
Clothing.
Correct. Tonga. Vinod.
Country.
Correct. Togo. Michael.
Clothing.
Incorrect. It's country. Togo is a country. Toga.
Country.
Incorrect. All right, correct answer is clothing, and that was a loose wrap that was popular during the Roman Empire. All right, so that was very good. Let's see how well we did, guys. Michael has 205 power points, Jordy 155, and Vinod 125, which means that Michael and Jordy are moving on to the next phase of our mission. And Vinod, you did a wonderful job, buddy. Okay, you really did. Excellent job. And now, the Chief wants to say a few words to express our appreciation.
You did some great navigating in pursuit of Dr. Beljar, but sometimes that bionic bozo has all the luck. To assist you on future missions, I'm awarding you our Acme TimeNet mission pack. You'll get a deluxe Britannica World Atlas, this official Carmen t-shirt, the Chrono Skimmer cap with you-know-whose picture in front, a Wearin' Time watch, and finally, this Carmen Sandiego CD-ROM library and board games. They're what top-notch time pilots pack for R&R breaks between missions. From the brass here at Acme TimeNet Command, congratulations!
Thanks, Chief. Squadron, we've sent Vinod back to TimeNet Command while we stay on board to complete this mission. You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, Chief, we're ready.
Time pilots, the history of clothing is at stake. Get to 1975 and secure that spinning wheel. Kevin, you're in command.
Aye, aye, Chief. Time pilots, full speed ahead to 1975. Look, Beljar's got the spinning wheel and a cybersphere. Activate the loot tractor beam.
You'll never catch the brilliant Beljar.
Well, Beljar's given us a slip again, time pilots, but we've gotten back the spinning wheel and have it safely on board. Congratulations, guys. You've completed mission objective number 1. Now I've got to return the loot to 800. Let's check in with the Chief to get our flight plan. Chief?
Time pilots, you must navigate the Chrono Skimmer through 8 events from the history of clothing, starting at the most recent event and finishing at the least recent event. The time pilot who does that goes on to chase Carmen and Dr. Beljar along the trail of time. Here are the events on your flight plan. Hitler organizes the brown shirts. The spinning Ginny is patented. The movie Singles popularizes the grunge look. The spinning wheel is common in India in the Middle Ages. First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy popularizes the pillbox hat. The Singer sewing machine is invented. The International Ladies Garment Workers Union is organized. President Ford wears a protective Kevlar coat. That's your briefing, time pilots. Good luck on your journey.
All right, Michael, you had the highest score, so you get to choose whether you want to go first or second.
I'll go first.
You'll go first. All right. I want you to navigate this Chrono Skimmer back through time from the most recent event to the least recent event, starting by picking the most recent event on the board. Go ahead.
I'll pick Singles popularizes grunge.
Correct. You've navigated us to 1992. The flannel shirts, ripped jeans, first appeared in the northwestern U.S. several years early. Can you pick the next most recent event on the board?
Ford wears Kevlar coat.
Correct. You've gotten this ship to 1975. Can you name the next most recent event on the board?
Kennedy's pillbox hat.
Correct. You've navigated us to 1961. Can you plot a course with the next most recent event on the board?
Hitler organizes brown shirts.
Yes. You've navigated the Chrono Skimmer to 1921. They were a paramilitary group with the Nazi movement, and they were brown uniforms. Now, can you navigate us to the next most recent event on the board?
Sewing machine invented.
Okay, we got to Jordy. Jordy, most recent event to least recent event.
Singles popularizes grunge.
Correct. You've gotten us to 1992. Can you pick the next most recent event?
Ford wears Kevlar coat.
Correct. You've steered this ship to 1975. Can you pick the next most recent event?
Jacqueline Kennedy's pillbox hat.
Yes, you've gotten us to 1961. Can you pick the next most recent event?
Hitler organizes brown shirts.
Correct. You've navigated us to 1921. Can you pick the next most recent event?
The ILGWU organized.
Yes, you've steered this ship to 1900. Workers in the clothing industry formed the International Ladies Garment Workers Union for better pay and working conditions. Can you pick the next most recent event on the board?
Singer's sewing machine invented.
You have steered the ship to 1851. We're almost there. Can you pick the next most recent event on the board?
Spinning Jenny patented.
You've piloted the Chrono Skimmer to 1770. Correct. Can you pick the next most recent event on the board?
Middle Ages spinning wheel.
Correct. You've saved history, Jordy. Congratulations. Did a great job. We'll move on in a moment in just a second, okay? Michael, you did a great job. And we're proud to have you as a squadron, all right? So right now, the chief has a word about your next mission.
A squadron's only as good as each of its members, and you've been an outstanding time pilot today. That's why I'm awarding you this terrific TimeNet mission pack and this cool portable CD player. The stereo headphones will let you listen to top-secret mission profiles, and the rechargeable batteries will power you through any situation. You're a top flight time pilot. Congratulations.
All right, Jordy, did a wonderful job. You've returned the spinning wheel to the year 800. You must feel pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, right now, Michael is piloting the Chrono Skimmer back to the present day, but Carmen is still on the move, and you've got to chase her down, all right? So it's time for us to leave the Chrono Skimmer and go to the Trail of Time. Chief, is that a go?
I'm activating the transportal departure bay, Kevin. Get ready to leave the Chrono Skimmer.
Here we go, Chief.
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. Chrono Skimmer, engines hot, vile villains, evil plot. Our brave squadron leader will help us defeat her and bring back the loot to its rightful place in time. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. We're on the case and they're chasing us through history.
All right, Jordy, we've made it to the Trail of Time. Your job is to track down Carmen and Dr. Beljar, but you won't be working alone. The engine crew will guide you through 6 time portals, moving from the past to the 20th century. Here's what you do. Run to each portal, hit the button, and Carmen will try and stump you with a history question. Listen to it very carefully, then shout out the answer. If you're right, the gate opens automatically and you run through, looking for the engine crew to guide you to the next portal. If you're wrong, you've got to work a device to open the gate, like John is showing us now. Along the Trail of Time, you'll capture Dr. Beljar, and if you make it through all 6 portals before time runs out, you'll energize this capture crystal and trap Carmen and win the big multimedia computer system. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, you've got 90 seconds. Ready, set, go, Jordy, go! Follow the engine crew to the first time portal!
It's 1793. What does the cotton gin do to cotton? Removes the seeds or picks it?
Removes the seeds.
Yes, move on to the second portal following the engine crew. Go, Jordy, go!
It's the 1850s. What shopping innovation does Bon Marché introduce? Bargaining or fixed prices?
Fixed prices.
All right, Jordy, you've captured Dr. Beljar. Congratulations, keep up the good work.
It's 1917. Who makes the first tennis shoe in the U.S.? Keds or Converse?
Keds.
Yes, you're halfway there. You've got 44 seconds left.
It's 1922. Who leads armed squads called Black Shirts? Hitler or Mussolini?
Mussolini.
Yes, 2 more to go, Jordy. Keep going, pal. You've got 30 seconds left.
It's the 1970s. What chemical company produces Kevlar for bulletproof clothing? Dow or DuPont?
Dow!
All right, crank the crank to open the gate. Keep cranking. Go, go, faster, faster. You're almost there. Keep up the work, Jordy. Almost there, buddy. All right, go on to the next portal.
It's the 1980s. Where is the grunge look first appearing? Northwestern U.S. or Southern California?
Northwestern!
Yes, Jordy, you've made it to the trail of time. Congratulations, pal. You have energized the capture crystal. Now take it and run and place it in the chronolock chamber. Go, pal, so we can capture Carmen Sandiego. Fantastic. That was great, Jordy. You completed every phase of this mission. You captured Carmen, you captured Dr. Belljar, and you returned the loot to its proper place and time. Right now, the Chief wants to show you what you've won. Chief!
You've done everything we've asked of you today and earned an A1 mission rating. So, we're giving you a complete multimedia computer system featuring a 28.8 BPS fax modem, 850 meg EID hard drive, and lots of other great initials and numbers. You'll also get a year of Britannica Online, your interactive source for information. Plus, the Britannica CD-ROM Encyclopedia and the 32-volume encyclopedia set. Why, soon you'll be the most knowledgeable person in history. Time Pilot, I salute you.
Thanks, Chief. Jordy, you won the big computer. How do you feel, pal?
Great!
I bet you feel great. You did a great job. We're proud of you. But right now, we've all got to go back to the present. And remember, at Acme TimeNet, history is our job.
And the future's yours!
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. Throttle open, thrusters on, chrono skimmer gets us strong. Pack extra socks and we'll